About to get started here in a minute. All right, bet. Let me know how the video quality is, y'all. The video and the sound quality. Minute box activated. All right. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go and we're going to look up some. We're gonna do some studies. I gotta turn this overhead on. All right. So we're about to get started. I just wanted to check the other stuff ahead of time. Appreciate the like already and whoever's on here already. We're gonna do some more studies from Indigenous One. Um, I did. I wanna. How do I say this? You can find me on other platforms if you want to be part of Telegram conversations and lives and stuff like that. Reach out to me. Um, reach out to me on dealing with Telegram and stuff like that. Just finished a couple lives and stuff like that the other day, or and stuff like that. So just reach out to me on Telegram. Um, so we're gonna do a couple things. I hope y'all can hear this while I do it. I want to introduce y'all to some interesting things. Um, reach out to me in the chat. Uh, share, like, subscribe, share this video with other people. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, um, you can reach, like I said, you can reach out to me on Telegram for the greater, you know, portions of things like that. To reach out to me, chill, talk, whatever. Um, I haven't done a live in a while, so this is like the first one for right now that that I'm doing. Um, so yeah, uh, this video, like I said, is it's indigenous one. Um, we're gonna have multiple things going on. We're gonna do some writing, some little bit of interpretations of stuff here and there. Um, uh, I might share a couple images on here. Maybe not through this exactly, but um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. But anyway, hello Yahoo. So, the please cover this conversation, protect us from anything that's not of you or like you. Let us be healed, protect our essence, our energy, our healing, conversation, um, protect our family, protect our heritage, our essence, our doors, windows, gateways, environment. Let us have no more troubles or struggles, and please make it make sense where it's supposed to make sense to whom it's supposed to make sense to. Um, in Yahuwah name, give us clear discernment of everything, and He knew pay. So, um, I'm just passing out links right now. Only those who are supposed to be here will be here, uh, so on and so forth, and we'll go from there. Today I decided to step outside, okay, and I decided to step outside because it was one of those times where it's like, okay, you know, um, it's time to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that's going on that people see are going on. There's a lot of, questionable theories and thoughts and stuff like that. Um, everybody, we all have our opinions, we all have our thoughts, we all have our questions and our points of view and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, oops, I think there's a couple of people that was not trying to send it to, but I put that in there. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Um, we got to do what got to be done. You know what I'm saying? As it need to be done. Um, in this world. So there's that. There's that. Uh, um, so doing some studies, doing some research, um, so on and so forth. You gotta remember to have some fun. You gotta remember to have some fun. You got to remember to have some fun. Okay, and I can say it till I turn blue. But again, who will that benefit in the long run? All right. All right. It's not. That is not. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to put this back here a little bit because I don't feel like having that right in my face. Okay. So today we are going to tap in to some more heritage realities, right? I want to talk about the Tignon laws a little bit. Okay. Um, and I want to help us people Afro-Indigenous, copper tone to deeper melanated. Give me the word, Jai. Tap into our identity a little bit more and give receipts and identifiers of um, what has been going on and why the fuck it's been going on and who the fuck is who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so hopefully you can hear this. Um, like I said, hopefully. Um, if not, we'll just have to do it different a different way. Um, um, as necessary, if necessary. Really. Come on. Come on. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I had to turn not the higher, but obviously this other light on, um, so I could see, or so you could see, when I put up, different writings and stuff. Now, if you're not familiar with um, heritage and writings and stuff like that, we're gonna go a little bit over some ebonics, esoterics, phonetics, and so on and so forth too. So I'm gonna have to double check as I go along with this, so I can make sure I'm actually everybody able to hear what's going on. Okay, it's not. Um, you guys are gonna have to look up the Tignon laws. I can't do it from this one right now. It's not gonna let me do it. It's sounding like trash. I'm trying to get it done. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna do it that way. Um, I'm not gonna do it that way at all. Because I don't feel like having a poor quality video going on. I just don't. So we're not gonna do it that way. Uh, as much as I would like to, you know. Um, la 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 la. Uh, and it's not even giving me enough to do this with. This is crazy. Quick share. I don't want to do that. I already don't want the Bluetooth on as it is. Um. All right. So, uh, join the live video. That's gross. I don't know what that was, and I don't care. People need to stop posting videos of their body parts. This is one reason why I don't fuck with Facebook, because I don't like that shit. This shit is weird and it's creepy, like super creepy. Like, stop doing that. This shit is annoying. I hate doing that. Every time I go on Facebook, and that one space where it's like, where they go, like, people suggest and stuff like that. You got something dumb going on, and I hate that shit. Stop doing that shit. That shit is stupid. It really is stupid, bro. There's no purpose of doing that. There's nothing. There's no need. There's no need for it. There's no fucking need for it. Just stop. That horse. That shit is that is nasty. Okay, just fucking stop. Just fucking stop. Simple as that. That shit bothers me so fucking much, bro. It's crazy. Um, so I'm sending alerts out to Facebook, uh, YouTube, Instagram, so on and so forth. I'm not to get the fuck up off uh, this shit, because I don't want to deal with their fucking radiation and stuff like that. All right, so sorry. Thank you for being patient with me, um, and all that good jive. So we've been doing a series on Tartaria, okay, original indigenous native Tartarians, um, and so on and so forth. Okay, so um, realizing tribal connections to certain things that have been going on in the earth, certain laws that were going on in the earth before us. Part of that was the Tignon laws that goes into the book of Isaiah, like they say, taking to taking away of particular ornaments, and the fezzes, the crowns, and their death oath that they made to not teach us our identity, and stuff like that. That goes directly into Psalm 83. And you wonder why Israel is my firstborn son, according to Exodus 4:22. You know what I'm saying? Egypt will come to me with open hands, and Ethiopia will soon come to me in droves. So on and so forth. Okay, we are what they call the Messiah. Okay, so this is what you're looking for: the land of Mary, the land of Mari, Amar. You know what I'm saying? We are the original indigenous peoples. Now, when you look at Kitawa, Anikitawagi, and or Cherokee, this is also the Tartarian Moor people, or children of Mari, Tamari land, the rise of the Lumarian people, the rise of the children of Lumaria. You know what I'm saying? Um, as as the original indigenous native peoples before the Dawes Rose Commission, before the Dumb Diverses, the Papa Bulls in 1492, the 1500s, and all that good jive, right? This is the nation of the people of the Most High Yah. There are a lot of misnomers and confusion and stuff like that. I do not claim Islam um, as part of my um, stance. My stance is in Hunabku Kukum Kukan Yahweh alone, and no other. You know what I'm saying? I recognize my tribes. I recognize and I identify with truth, but I will not submit to Ishmael's invention and corrupted patterns of Khazarian literature of religious institutions. Um, because in all reality, oh, I love that. I love that. In all reality, people have to realize, Islam's invention and the more the invention of Islam nowadays, it's an abomination. It is. Love that. Really, that is fucking dope. Um, so, you know, it's perverted, and I don't want to follow something that's that perverted and disrespectful towards the Most High, Yah, or disrespectful towards our people, because the reality of the being illuminated and builders of illumination, not what is as Illuminati and um, the Freemasonry stuff. I'm not talking about that. That shit is perverted. That shit is an abomination, and it's disgusting. Yahoo has promised to destroy it. Okay, they're the reasons. Okay, in Leviticus chapter 13 and going through chapter 16, where the Most High has literally talked about their covenant of death that they made. Okay, and in the Tignon laws, it speaks about this. You know what I'm saying? It speaks heavily, about this, and the Most High's judgment and wrath is upon them. You know what I'm saying? And that is the absolute truth. Okay, because they they created the clone races, going back to, I'm saying, the some of the inventions of ancient Atlantis and Lemurian and stuff like that. Gene splicing, CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing technology, um, and the system of things that are out there, and then the works that they did to seek to hurt their own people, which is an abomination. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who took away your identity. Those, or they thought to make sure you wouldn't be remembered or you couldn't remember the Most High Hunabku Yahweh. They are the ones, and those ones looked like us, like we. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at it, they were brown skin. Okay, it's not a pale hand behind all this foolishness of a mariner maritime admiralty jurisdiction. The Amaruakans are the chosen people of the Most High, Hunabku Yahweh. Okay, the land of Mari, the magnetic mountain, Mount Meru. Okay, Lumarian, Sumerian, Atlantean, Assyria, Syria, Arabai, Arabians. I'm saying Caribbeans. Okay, we are the people of the Most High Yahuwah, and that's the only truth. Okay, now this mindset of conquer to be or be conquered and all this stuff like that. You got black power, white power, blah 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 blah. Um, and all these different things going on. But what about just being people? You know what I'm saying? What about just being who we are and operating in that, knowing the authority, knowing the power, knowing the dominion that we possess? You know what I'm saying? And the only way to learn that is you have to know truth. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways for the same I don't know what to do about that. I'm just gonna skip past that. You know what I'm saying? For learning stuff, but his name is Hunabku Yahweh, the elite absolute sovereign breath, the primordial breath. You know what I'm saying? Amakai, um, America, America, Ka. You know what I'm saying? There's Ka, esoterics, phonetics, Ka. You can hear Kai in there if you know how to operate in that Phoenician code, so to speak. Because we are the seafarers, we are the original Phoenicians. Aztecs, Maya, Aztec, Maya, Asia Minor, or not, Asia Major, excuse me. The original Hindus, Taseti, Hashaman, Shaman, Shem, Semite, and Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Kamat and Samat, or Ta Seti royal pyramid priesthood. Okay, Tajeti, the Jedi, the Jedi. Okay, so we'll say we'll start with the word comet, right? Comet, right? And the word comet, the word comet and kemet. Kamat, Camaat, Ma'at, okay? Like the laws of Ma'at, Ma'at, either H A or CHA or KAI, Kai Ma'at, or comet, like the star, you know what I'm saying, the falling orb or the wanderer, you know what I'm saying, Kamat, and Shamat, uh, Sekmat, Saakmat, Sekmet goes into it too. Wimsahu to the people of Hunapku Yahweh. Okay. So as Baalim, as lords, you know what I'm saying, of the ultimate Barar, Balam, Hunapku, Kukulkan Yahweh, the feather covered king, Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Who is Ab, his father, Sapti, my covering, my fence. Okay. Um, um, and Khan Arawa, meaning the king of the empire of the sun. Okay, or um uh Khan. So so Khan Arawa, Khan Arawa, king of the empire of the sun. Uh, so we would be I say Ani Isil Ka'an Arawa Kukum Kukan Yahweh Hunaku. I am a child of the king of the empire of the sun, the feathered covered king, and the only one true living source, architect, guide, God, ruler, supreme, absolute one, the grand designer, right? The one, Yahuwah. Okay. So Inupe. And if we're going into Kai a little bit different and greater esoterics, it would be of Amakai, Amakai, Amakai. So touch my hands, y'all. Thank you. Amakai, Amak, Amaka, Amaka, Amarakapana, Amakai, Amaka, Amakai, 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 uh, Ama, Ama, Amakai, 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 Amakai. So, okay. So we're gonna say Ama, meaning mother. Ma, Ama Hawakai. Ama Ha, Wa, Ama Hawakai. Yeah, Ama Hawakaya. Okay. Ubaruk, Ubarukihu. So Ama Hawakaya. Okay. Um, Phonetics, ebonics is the making of a lingam, a tongue, inupe, a language. Okay, that's ebonics, like a structure of a language is ebonics. So ama meaning mother, hawa meaning the breath, the primordial breath of life, right? The ruach, the spirit, kai representing energy. Okay, and again going back to Yah, the universal force, the beginning, the primordial, indigenous like reality of the both patriarch and matriarch. Okay, so Ama Hawakai. Okay, this is going back into the mother tongue. Ama Hawakaya. Okay, So ani yeshil arawah, jimali mikola ab Yahuwah namam misabti amahawakaya. Okay. Halahunaku kukum kukan Yahweh. Okay. The feathered covered king. Even the serpent submits to Ama and Ab. Okay. Um, and the serpent symbology not only does it represent the Kundalini, obviously, Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, um, and which represents the Kundalini spirit, or in Mizraim, the cobra, which represents the spine. Um, some people would say the chrysalis or the Christos, um, rising into Christ consciousness, as they say. Um, but it also represents Maya from the land of Mayak, Tamara land. You know what I'm saying? Yahuwah, Tamari land, right? The beloved land of the burnt kings. Negus, niggas, get it? Kings, Khan, royalty, Naga Kanya Hawaii. Okay, so knowing the voice of the cloud, if you will. Um, Wa, which also represents water, okay, which also goes into abyssios, the aether, okay, because what people don't, aether is something a little bit more diverse in its essence or quintessence and what people have been able to bring together in a clarity of a greater picture of its purpose. Okay, just like ki or chi, right? So, have you ever looked like that? Like when in mixed martial arts they wear their gi, right? Is energy within their attire, their robing, their clothing. Okay, it brings a certain presence and essence, right? A certain form of authority, right? A certain form of discipline. So chi, okay, chi, okay, Yahuwah. Um, so chi, uh, in other words, gi, chi. Halal Yahuwah. Halal Yahuwah. I don't know if you're gonna catch it. Gi, clothing of the energy clothing, like ara, ara, ara. Okay, ara, ah. Ah, Mubarukihu, Mubarukihu. Ah, Ra. Now, Ra representing Akikin, or in other words, we would say the sun, right? The light, the light of the world. You know what I'm saying? The light of the earth, the greater light, which also represents Yahuwah reflection being shown through Akikin, meaning the sun, right? So Ra in Misraim, Ra represents the sun. Okay, so if you've been in the gutters, Ula, Ula, the land of Gula, 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 land of Gula, Baruch Yahuwah, Gala, Gichi, wow. Gala, Gichi, Haiti, Haitian, which leads us into a further point, Gala, Gichi, which is also representative of Creole, Creole, Creola, Creole, okay, Iola, Iola, okay. Wonder if Bishop Ignatius had anything to do with that. Iola, Crayola, right? Okay, so we're gonna go into that Galagichi, which is also Haiti, okay, Haiti, or Caribbeans. When you say Caribbeans, right? Ka again, Caribbean, okay, Caribbean, okay, Caribbean, 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 okay, Bayan. And deep in my mind is I hear Zion, Bayan, okay, Caribbean, Caribbean. Now, we say Ara, Ara, you like your aura without the U, Ara, Arab, Buruk Yahuwah. Sons of Korah. Arab. Okay. So you got, okay, Korah. Korah. Check out Korah in the Bible. Okay. Hala Yahuwah. Arab. Yeah, Nobokan Yahuwah. Uh, Ara. Arabai. 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 Arabaya. Nobokan Yahuwah. Arabaya. Okay. Arabia. 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 And Arabian. Arabian. So who are the true Arabians? In the Caribbean, Turek. You know what I'm saying? Turak, South Sudanese, right? Sudan, Moroccan, right? Ethiopians, proper Arabs, okay? Proper rabbis, okay? True uh, Arabian, true Aryans, Aryan, Aryan. Because if you take the letter B out, it's Aryan. Okay, so the true Aryans at the same time. Cool. So the true Yahuwah, the sons of Korah. Okay, Haiti Empire. This includes Hawaii. This includes this is Jamaica. This is the whole islands. This is Trinidad. This is the feather people, the angels, as they say. You know, the ones with the feathered covered. You know, I'll cover you in his wings. I'll cover you in his wings. You know what I'm saying? Let's look that up real quick. Under the feathers of the wings of the Almighty, um, will cover you under the wings of the Almighty. Um, Psalm 91 and 4, symbolizing divine protection, nurture, and refuge. Okay, much like a mother bird shelters her chicks, meaning Yahweh offers complete safety and faithfulness to those who trust in Him. Right. So this is a symbolization of us being covered in the feathers, in the wings, the feather people, the foul people. Okay, the chosen people of the Most High. Yah. That's why it says Israel is my firstborn son. You know what I'm saying? Um, all passages about the sons of Korah and what Psalm 42, 44, 40, 49, 84, 85, 87, and 88, right? Sons of Korah, the prominent figures in the Bible, descendants of the rebel Korah who were spared divine judgment and became revered Levitical musicians and temple gatekeepers, credited with composing, so on and so forth, okay? Detailed in Numbers and First Chronicles and the Psalms themselves, all right? So check out the sons of Korah, and this is where you would get your wording of Quran. Okay, so knowing that the original Arabians is down from America, Turtle Island to Maryland, all the way through North Central and South America, including Honduras, Belize, the place of Guam, Guatemala, Peru, Hindustan. We are the original Buddha. Okay, Hindustan, um, Belize, um, Belgium, um, original Alpine, Copine, so on and so forth. Uh, Abian, you also see the word Ca, so Cabian, 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 Caribbean. You can almost hear the word Caribbean. Caribbean, 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 or S, if it was replaced, C replaced with the S, it it would be Sabian. Sabian. Okay. So dealing with the word Sabian, and a lot of people how they study so-called Egyptian, or what they call Egyptian nowadays. Let me go to the actual space of writing for this, because we are the Phoenicians. You know what I'm saying? And this is the truth. Behold, Allah Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay. Behold. Okay. We are the Phoenician niggas. The Phoenician kings. The Phoenician niggas. Noble Khans. Naga Kanya. Okay. Behold. Hey. Ya. Hiya. Hiya. Hayachi. Hayachi. So Hayachi. Hayagi. Ha. Hayagi. Hayagi. I don't know why Hagar comes to mind. Hayagi and Jose is one that comes to mind. Hayagi. 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 Hayagi Cherokee. Hayagi. 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 Or Mayagi. Hayagi. Hayagi. Um, so Heichi. Baruch Yehu. Did you hear that? Heichi. 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 Haiti. 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 Haggai. Haiti. Haggai. Haiti. Hello, yo. Haiti. Haggai. Right? Haiti. Baruch Yehu. Haiti. 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 Okay? Kingdom of Haiti. Jamaica. Jamaica. Yamaya. Yeah. Um, so on and so forth. Um, so Haiti, Haigi, Haiti, Haiti Yahweh, Haiti Hawa, Ta, the rising, resurrection of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Tao. Um, uh, so okay, Mari, Maor, uh, Moor, yep, Moor, 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 maybe the land of or wasn't that Job, the land of or Oz, Muur, Muur, Ru, Muuru, Muur, La, Mu, La Muur, Ia, La Mariah, right? La Mariah, okay? La Mariah. In other words, as they say, the kamat, how you say? I don't know why Kamat Layla Gas comes to mind, but anyways, Mariah, the Black Madonna, the melanated Madonna. Okay, so the land of Mary, Ka Mary land. Okay, land of the beloved land, the risen Mary land, the risen land, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. But this also goes into Sue, TSU or C TSU or TZU or SU. Sue Mary. Okay. Um Asa Asar Ia Asaria Syria. Asa, Asia, Asa, and area, Syria. Okay, so Asaria. So if you Asara, I mean Asaria is Assyria, right? And then you bring it further. Asa sound like Asia almost, and you can really see the word Asia in there as well. Okay, Asia. You look at it backwards. Aisa, Asia, Asa, Asia in there, and then Saria, Saria, then Aria. Okay, uh, Assyria, Syria, and Assyria, one and the same thing. Okay, so this shows you this is who we be as Kitawa, Anigitawagi, or Cherokee, Ottawa, then the Maya, Aztec people. Um, Arabic or Arabian um, is one of our spoken language, spoken tongues, lingams, right? As well as Gullah Geechee, Cherokee Creole, Creole, Blackfoot or Black Hawk, Seminole. So sa, let's say, Sam in o Simeon, Simeon, Seminole, Simon, Simonio. Okay, Simeon, Simon, Minol, what, Minola, Simola, Minola, um, Minola, uh, so Simeon, you know, pay more to Simeon, Samian, Sam, Sham, Shamai, Shamayan, Shamai, Shemi, Semi, to rise, to come forth, right? To semi, to gather. Um, uh, Semi, right? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up real quick. Um, to semi, to Shema, right? Okay. Pre-colonial, Ivri Misraim word definition esoteric of the word Simeon, Minola, Shema, and Semi. All right. So while that's doing that, we're gonna go back to here. Okay. So we said it to Kunse, 432 the drop. Shout out to y'all. Koromeo Ahu, shout out to y'all. UBTV, shout out to y'all. Talatawani, America's a True World, shout out to y'all. Just Be People too, shout out to y'all. And many people on Instagram, shout out to y'all. I want to give a special shout out to a lady. Her name, uh, I'll give her a shout out a little bit later. Simeon, right? Seminole, the escaped ones, so on and so forth. All right, let's see if this is finished. So we can go ahead and do this. Try not to make this video super long, even though it is super exciting. Um, do Simeon and Shema and Shem. Worse than cancer. Okay, so this is how we started. Literally the other day, which is it was fucking crazy how it all started. You know, it really was fucking crazy how it started. Um, okay, Shikunya. Allah. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? Biochemical. Right now, there's nuclear physics. Okay, the anatomy of astrology and autonomy, biophysics, biochemistry, biophysics, projected energetic effects in manifest form, forensics analysis, how it works, right? Um, the enlightening and right knowledge, nuclear physics, right? A superconductor, okay? Triage, an analyzer, a coordinator, solutionist, dealing with Phoenicians and healers, triage, right? Um, so, uh, man, I can't. Yo, so Ebonics, right? The frequency of words and forms um, of broken languages, right? Like English is a demotic script, but it's an instability of multiple lingams brought together to make different words that represent a double meaning or a double tongue. We could get no way in, they get no way through. So the Berber, Sub-Sahara, uh, Inupe, Arab, Slav, Triad, right? Um, true Slavics and stuff like that. Um, this is where Spain conquered the Moors, and the Moors had many peoples in they became prisoners of war, just like marine and maritime admiralty jurisdiction is of more heritage Tartarian works. The five civilized tribes of the Cherokee, and then like they said, the 13 tribes of the Iroquois Nation, which is Cherokee, that came together, which is also Tartarian and some Sumerian, Atlantean, and Lemurian that came together, the wicked ones, to disrupt and to bring terror. Long story short, upon those who they conquered. Um, from the land of Maize and Mu, which is also Gula, you know what I'm saying? The Taino, um, um, so on and so forth, right? The Sebians, right? Gula. Um, so they talk about Dr. Sabi. Come on, man. Come on. Make this shit make sense, okay? Shalom. So, um, I don't know if y'all gonna hear this. Sorry for the disruption. So he has heard, Yah has heard Simeon, and Yoruba hearing and listening. So okay, so okay, look it up because I don't think you're gonna be able to hear it from here unless I put it in another video. But Shima or Sima Island, you know what I'm saying, and in the Japanese wording for it, which represents us again, the Iopan Kopan, okay, Iopan Copan. Okay. Iopan, Iopan, Copan. Okay. And Kate, Kati, Qatar, Kaz, Qatar, Khazar, so on and so forth. So Kati, Kate, um, Kathy, Cathar, Cathar, Hathar, Cathar, Hathar, um, Iopan, Japan, Copan, China, Japan, China and Japan. Okay, China, Japan. I was trying to regurgitate what I was hearing um, in between the connections of our other brothers and sisters before and after Pangea of West Coast, Gold Coast of Africa, so on and so forth, with Yoruba, the Igbo Kuwu, Yoruba, Nigerian Yoruba, um, Nigerian, okay. Touch it in my favor, Father Yah. So Ni, Ji, Ni, Ji, Ri, An, or Rayan, Ray, Rayan, Ryan, Rai, An, Nizi Ryan, Ni, Nizi Ryan, or O Ryan, okay? Nizi Ryan, Nizi, kinfolk, my brother, okay? Nige, Niggy, everybody, what's up, my Niggy? Nige, Nigi, or Niji, sorry, uh, which also the J in Maya actually represents the serpent as well. But even the serpent is, um, even the serpent is submitted to the Most High, yeah, and bows to the Most High, yeah. Okay, and this is word, yeah, Naga, the serpent people, or Nagas. Okay, my Nagas, Nagas, Negas, Negas, Niggas, Niggas, Nagas. Okay, um, serpent people. Okay, and this is one reason why that the serpent. We talk about serpent knowledge or serpent wisdom, Kundalini, um, um, energetic frequency alignment with the Most High Yah, right? Um, the versus the weirdos, the system of bullshitters, the wicked ones, interpretation of deceivers and liars, and so on and so forth. Everything that they're not supposed to do, they tell everybody else to do. That they themselves are doing the complete opposite of, like the Ten Commandments, the Ten Principles, if you will. The Book of Gnosis, Genesis, right? Eat from the trees, eat to live, eat to heal, so on and so forth. Okay. Na, Ji, Niji, Ria, Irian, Iran, Orion, Ray, Rhea, okay, Niji, Naga, Nagas, Niggas, Nekas, King. Sorry, okay. Um, so Rian, Rian, Arian, Rian, okay, and Orion. Check out the pyramid on that. Okay. Ray, Rhea, okay. Um, Ore, like Ore or More. Um, so yeah. More Amari. Uh, Mu Ure More. Okay, More More More. Um, More I. Okay, Amorai. Amorai, Inupe, Amorai, the land of the Amorites. Okay, or Amorite. Okay, Amorite. Um, Mu, the land of Mu, Lamorite. La Mur, Lamurai, 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 Lamurit, Lamurite, Amorit, um, Sa, Sham, Sam, Mur, I, Sha, Mur, Sham, Ur, Shamurai, Shamur, I. Okay, okay. This is when it talks about in your Bibles, the land of the Amorites and all the old Indian wars are in the Biblios, or what they call the um the papal bulls. The Bible represents the papal. It is the papal bulls, past and what people are going on in this present time under the society of Esau, the trickster, Esau, Jesu, so on and so forth, and Ishmael. Okay. Okay, so samurai. Well, that means we're the original samurais too. Okay. Um. Um. Do, 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 do. Um. Lam. Okay. Lam. Lam. Maybe this what it represents is the lamb of Yah. Oops. I don't want to use that. Give me the pre-colonial esoterics of the symbol, the phonetic symbol lam, the esoterics of the Phoenicians, lam, the Ivri Mizraim interpretation. Some lam, the symbol, basic form, lam or lamed, Semitic writings, the shepherd's crook. All right, in Hebrew, mysticism and the Kabbalah. Up time. I'm gonna give myself about 30 more minutes. Okay. All right. All right. So, aspiration, learn represents learning, respiration, and guidance is associated with the heart and the higher self and instruction, connecting the earthly and the spiritual realms. The shape, rising staff, symbolizes reaching upward, kumkumya, and connecting to divine wisdom. Boy, this is a freaking amazing. Hello, yo. Pre-colonial esoteric meaning, the form of lame could resemble a staff, uh, spear, or ceremonial rod, which were universal symbols for authority, protection, and spiritual direction. Halayahu and Afro-Indigenous societies, if applied to Maya, Aztec, or African esoterics, the lam could symbolize connection to the ancestors, guidance, spirits, and knowledge carriers. Phonetic symbol, L, sound symbolism, L, fluid, flowing, which often connects to water, movement, and communication, and esoteric traditions. In Afro Indigenous, blah, 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 also considered alive. Sound was considered alive, cymatics. So pronouncing Lam could invoke Lam Yahuwah, guidance, learning, or protection. Driving, guiding, or teaching, right? Um, gold or the stick. Um, directing energy, pushing forward, motivation, or directing energy, which aligns with the spiritual member or right mentorship of ancestral guidance. So used in ritual inscriptions as alam often indicated direction, leadership, or divine instruction. Okay. Uh, blah, 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 blah. So, um, yeah, um, Lan. And just judging by the direction of this video and what we're doing, literally a learning of phonetics, ebonics, esoterics, etymology, symbology, right? Um, study of native tongue. It's amazing, Halayahu, what is coming from it. Okay, so the Lam of Yahuwah isn't what they say the Lamb of God. You know what I'm saying? It represents the instruction, the guidance of the Most High Yahuwah, connected to our righteous ancestry, to our history, our heritage, inheritance, according to the reversing of Psalm 83 and Deuteronomy 28. We are Mubarak. We are Baruch people. You know what I'm saying? We are Baruch people, principled people, right? Arawa, children, Ishil Arawa, children, a child of the empire of the sun, light. That's what Atlantis was known for, was its illumination, its light, right, in the right way. That is to be a true and a proper oracle, right, to orate, to narrate, to guide in the direction of the flow of Hunaku Hawa, the water of this Ruah Hawa, okay, Ruah Hawa Yahweh. So the Ruah of the flow of his water, you know what I'm saying? The Ruah, the water also represents the Ruah, the emotions, okay? Um, a birthplace, right? So like being in the midst of the matrix, which is why they call it the matrix, because the earth is in the midst of the waters, okay, in the midst of the waters. That's why they say the waters were divided from the waters, this, that, and the third. So we're seeing we're seeing not a reversing, a regurgitation, a cyclical of reality through women giving birth, coming out of the earth, coming out of the waters. You know what I'm saying? Earth going into the waters and coming out of the waters. Ether going into the waters and coming out from the waters. You know what I'm saying? To the earth. So it's difficult to see truth, lest one does not want to see the truth for what the truth be. It's pretty much as simple as that. Um, so imagine, okay, this is Earth, okay, and Earth flows to the flow of Yahuwah, okay, and in order to hun hun nab ku, okay, so hu nab ku, okay, so to ascend, nab, you know what I'm saying, nabia, nabia, nubia, okay, nubia, kush, Ethiopia, Misraim, Ivri, what you call yourselves, Iberu, Hebrews, um, Ivri, um, Azteca, Maya, Atlantean, Tartaria, Sumeria, Assyria, Hala Yahuwah, we're there, Hala Yahuwah, in righteousness going forth in Yahuwah. So Hu Nab, the Hu, or hun, if you want to put it hun, to ascend to the Father, in the Father, under his the guidance and the protection of his feathers, his wings, right? Hu na ku Yahuwah, and a alignment, magnetic consistency with Yahuwah in the earth, right? So Maru, the matrix coming out, the matrix, right? All these other nations are daughters and children of Mary, the Messiah, the anointed ones. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophets or my sagas no harm, right? Which is the command of the Most High, Hunabku Yahweh. Because all those other things were a lot of other people who chose to take it upon themselves to speak what the Most High Yah did not say to speak, or do what the Most High Yah did not say to speak, and then they blamed, they accused him of doing it. Okay, and then they like, oh, he took away this, he took away that. I wouldn't doubt that to a certain extent, because if you had people who wanted to do wickedness, and their thoughts, the wicked ones, were uh, what you call Luciferians nowadays, right? Henupe chose to do wickedness on their own, and Leviticus 13 through 16 talks about their covenant of death will be annulled, and they will no longer give sacrifices to goat demons. That's the goat of Mentis, the Baphomet, and so on and so forth. They just trash shit. Um, which is also goes into some triggers of Aries, uh, and so on and so forth. So celestial calendrical thinking, but we're not going according to Julian or uh, Gregorian calendrical calculus in this. So everything moves in a cycle, a phi cycle, right? The Taurus field, okay? The Tara, the Torah, the Tara field, the Alap. This is the Alap Sanet. Alap Sanet, yeah. Okay, so the Tara, Taru, Tara, Tara, like Henupe. Wow, like the song. Okay, so the Taru, Tara, Torah, Taurus field. Okay, the Alap Beit, the chief, the ruler, Talatawani. See how it all like comes back around together the right way. So the Talatawani, right, the ruler, the head chief, the head of the house, the head ruler, right, which is Hunab Kuyahuwa. Now, if we say the head of the house, make it come to life, Father. No. Okay, the ruler of the house. Okay, the ruler of the earth. Okay, the pole star, Mount Meru, the inside of the earth. Pole star, the Mount Meru look like a navel, right? Maybe the navel of the earth, or a bubbled out navel, right? So, what is it? Lamed could be like this, or not like that, like this, right? Lamed, okay? So, the navel of the earth, Lamed, Alaf Lamed. I don't know if that's a good way I can write that. I'm just writing, so yeah, have mercy if I'm not doing it right. So Aleph, Male, Lamed, or maybe it's Lamed Aleph. Not totally sure. Um, but nevertheless, the truth is, um, Yahuwah speaks through the mouth of Mu, giving instruction. Okay, as a symbol of kingship, authority, Talatawani. Okay, so Balam, Balam, Lamor, Balam Lamor Barar Nakum Nabia. Okay, so the chosen lords and kings, that the rulers that are chosen choice uh priests um and royalty, right? So that's Nakum Nabia, which is literally Nubia. Nubia, Nabia, 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 Nubia, Nabia, Nubia, 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 Nabia, Nubia, Nubia, Nabia, 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 Nubia, Nabia, 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 Nubia, Nubia, Nubia. Okay, so Nakom, Nabia, and Nagid, or Nagad. Okay, Nagid, Nagad. This is where they also get the word uh, naked. Okay, um, naked, right? Nakat, Nagad, Nakat. So um, you see how the confusion was there to confuse the languages and stuff like that, right? We're not doing this Coptic stuff because a lot of that stuff is completely confusing. Um, and over time, learning and studying it, you start to see Kumkumutu, Baruch Yahuwah at all times. So we, as the royal ruling, royal rulers, okay, the royal rule, the royal rulers, Talat Twani, okay, Baruch Yahuwah, Hanupe, Baruch Yahuwah, Kapera, Hanupe, Humsahucha, and your people. Okay, so the royal ruler of the house and head chief of the house, which would be Yahuwah. Okay, so the royal, that's the top right here. Oh, hold on, the top left, whatever, right on your screen. Royal ruler is Yahuwah, the ruler of the house, the head chief of the house. Okay, so where they went wrong was trying to go away from Yahuwah and teach all this other bullshit that was fucking up people. This and the third. Okay, going against the law of creation, natural law, uh, sovereign law, common law, so on and so forth. This is not helping, but whatever. I don't know why I keep tipping it. Father, you gotta help me to stop tipping it. My hand is like not in coordination with the screen, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get the idea. Okay. So if we were doesn't work. Nothing that's worse than our adversary's favors. Can't. It won't. Okay. So let's say, thank you, yeah. The ruler, the head Talatawani, the head Aleph, the head chief, right? The head chief, um, in royal ruler, royal or Talata head chief, the Alap Talatawani, um, and Barar, Hunab Kuyahua, Kukum Kukan Yahua, Ab, and Wintejo, you know what I'm saying? Uh, um, Wakanda, I am of the great Ruach, the great one of the great one. That's what Wakanda in this definition represents. Hunabku Yahuwah. Okay. Um, uh, of Ottawa, the land of the empire of the sun. Maize, you know what I'm saying? This is Joseph, the land of maize, corn. Um, head ruler, Talatawani, got that, Baruch Yahuwah. Lomarian Atzla, um, and Atlantean heritage has like a lot of kunkumutu, a lot of bad raps in it because of those the wicked ones. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, so the house. I'm going to put this like this for now. I know it's not the exact accurate one, but anywho, a name um it will help. Okay. The nine of my A's. Okay. Um, thank you, Allah Yahuwah. The land of my A's, the land of plenty, the land of corn, right? Tomato land, Turtle Island. Okay, Asia Superior. Okay. Okay. Um, uh, it seal the children of the Most High. Okay. Baruch Yahuwah. Okay. Um, uh, okay. Let's, let me get a hold of it the right way. Okay. If you want to get a little bit advanced with it, I ain't gonna do too much. Uh-uh. Enforced. Uh, okay. So, it's a for equilibrium. Okay. Um. Inukinukalchi. Okay. So, Inukinukalchi. Um. Uh. So Inukinu Kaalchi Hun. Yeah. Say. So I would say Inogi or Inaki. Okay. Reverse and cancel. No, it doesn't. No, uh, enforce. Uh, hmm. No in. Okay. So we can do it like this too. Um. Okay. Enforced. Okay. All right. So um. Okay. No witchcraft. Sorry, I'm getting attacked. Okay, so the strength, the building strength, that is the balance equilibrium of the truth of the earth, the dream of the earth, which is Yahuwah. With no witchcraft. So this is my um technically, yeah, because I'm making an effort. This is one of those things where um okay um I said no. Cut it off, yeah, shut it down. Okay. So to ascend through the chi, the kai, right? The chi, the equilibrium of the strength of the truth of the dream and the earth, to be made whole and one, you know what I'm saying, in Yahuwah, you know what I'm saying, and to be able to build the right way. I don't know why I say hey Nunchia. So hey nun hey nungia hey nungi hey nungaya. Um um Maybe they got Gaia mixed confused with Kai. Or they did it deliberately. Um it's there. Where is it at? Yeah. We'll deal with that later. All right. So we'll all right. So I'm gonna end this stream for now because I think that's more than enough. We're almost out of time. We got about 5 minutes exactly left. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, and share. Go back, rewrite, do your studies. Leave me a comment. You can hit me up um, in the comment section. Um, so on and so forth. We'll continue this series on, thank you, Yahamutu, on Tartaria. And if you are interested in the other videos dealing with Tartaria that we have done elsewhere, leave a comment in the section and type the word comment Tartaria. And we'll go back over some of our other sisters um, and brothers' information that they have on certain things before they say the mud flood, if you will. And we'll go into a lot of that and different calculuses in that, and a little clearer, deeper esoterics. And etymologies and stuff on that. So obviously, I feel like I'm being guided in the right way, because there's a lot of affirmations within this, and I'll go back and study this video myself. Paranoia, 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 Aharanoya, Haranoya, Haranoya. That is interesting. Una. Um, so Anunnaki has Anu has some spaces in this. I'm gonna check it out. So Anu, um, Anu na Kai, Anunnaki, or Anunnaki, Anubu, Anubia, Anubia, and Anubis, Nubi, Nubai, Anubai. I don't know why I heard Dubai on there, but whatever. Dubi, um, Anak. Thank you, Ana, An, A, Anak, A, Anuk, Inuk, Inuki, Enukia, Kung Kung, Nukia, Nukia. Okay, so Anu, Anunakai, Anubu, Anubia, Anubus, Anubis, Ubis, Ubi. Anyway, Anak, Anuk, Enuk, Enuki, Anukia, Nukia, um, Kush, Ethiopia, Misraim, Nubia. Same people. Okay. Um, Anak, Enoch, and then they got the whole Enochian calendar, which I'm sure is similar to the Maya calendar, so on and so forth. Beyond the illusions and delusions and stuff. Baruch Yahuwah, Dalawaba Yahuwah, what's righteous, seal it in Yahuwah's name. What was bullshit, let it, it's null, void, and canceled, revoked, renounced, announced in northeast, south, west, in all realms, all timelines, it won't come, it won't manifest, it won't be. But what is righteous and true, bring affirmation, bring revelation and clarity of dreams, signs, and manifest material forms from the north, east, south, and west, in all realms, all timelines, all righteousness, and our subconscious memories and emotions, and creativity. Protect our auras, our womb, quiver, seed, anus, shaft, our breasts, tongue, mouth, our biochemistry, our subconscious, our heritage and heritages, doors, windows, and gateways, and spaces and places. Protect us from anything wicked, suffer not the witches to live. Allah Yahuwah. Baruch Yahuwah. All right, y'all. Catch y'all on the next gig.